Rain, rain, go away, come again another day? Well, we don't have that power, so we'll just tell you who's going to get rain, when it's going to rain, and when the rain will stop in this Friday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. And a very good morning to you. I'm Texas Weather Center's Baldy-in-Chief, David Reimer. It is Friday, the 6th of December, 2024. I can breathe. There is not mucus being projectiled out of my head, which means, one, y'all aren't disgusted completely, and two, well, I can actually get a video out on time in the morning hours versus having to sleep through a NyQuil-induced nap time through the early afternoon. Enough about me and my head cold. Let's get you into the weather forecast. Here's the high-res rapid refresh model for today, tonight, into Saturday. Guess what? Isolated scattered showers with a few thunderstorms are expected across the eastern two-thirds of Texas throughout. Well, mostly tonight into Saturday. We will have some drizzle, light rain today with cloud cover, making it a pretty dreary day for most of the state. You could see the main shows tomorrow, and I say the main show comparatively. This is not a situation where we're going to have rambunctious thunderstorms, dropping hail, wind, tornadoes, or any sort of spinny doom mischief, at least today or tomorrow. But yes, it is going to make for a pretty unpleasant situation weather-wise, and those of you by chance traveling by road or plane, it'll probably have some impact on the terminals. And if you're driving, well, you're doomed, because wet roads equal slicky doom, spin out to the wall, and traffic backup galore. But again, we're not expecting severe storms today or tomorrow. Mist, cool weather, low clouds, or pretty yucky weather. But, I mean, it also beats being 110 degrees sunny, or vice versa, 5 degrees in Ice-mageddon, neither of which are expected in the next several days, thankfully. Fire weather conditions over the next few days across Texas from the Texas A&M Forest Service, as you might expect today and tomorrow. We're not going to have issues because it's going to be cold, dreary, and wet. Pretty much all things against Fi issues. Sunday, we may have some uptick in wildfire conditions across the western portions of the Panhandle down into the Big Bend, depending on how much precipitation falls over the next few days, which in those areas probably not much, and as we see warming temperatures and clearing skies. Here is the American longer-range weather model, the global forecast system. As we go into Sunday, you can see an expectation of scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing across the eastern half to the eastern third of Texas. Finally beginning to move out into Monday, with the exception of South Texas, the Rio Grande Valley, Deep South Texas, and probably portions of Southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle. Then it finally moves out as we get into Monday evening. Now, there is still some possibility of a wee bit of snow in the Panhandle Monday night to Tuesday morning. It's not a guarantee. It's something we'll keep an eye on. As of right now, those trends are down. So, if not that, well, we're going to have a pretty strong cold front move in Monday night into Tuesday. That will result in cooler conditions as we go into Wednesday morning and Thursday morning, and the possibility of at least a freeze for areas along north of I-10 next Thursday morning, the way it appears, which also means we'll have to keep an eye on things. But again, we're not expecting any big winter storms, any big severe weather issues, etc. Now, there is a low threat for maybe a brief tornado or localized damaging wind gusts Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening, far southeast Texas, the upper Texas Gulf Coast, and the Golden Triangle. We're going to have a small corridor of increasing low-level moisture move onshore from the Gulf of Mexico, and that may provide just enough low-level instability in combination with a strong storm system overhead to create some risk of rotating thunderstorms. Again, this is not even, I'm not even showing you a risk graphic because we're not to that point, but I'm just mentioning it, and this would be a spatially limited threat, pretty much the Golden Triangle, so Orange area, Beaumont area, and maybe not even more in a county or two inland, if it happens. And it probably won't, but we'll keep an eye on it because, well, it's kind of our job here. But the rain moves out Sunday night, Monday morning. Outside the chance for a wee bit of snow in the Panhandle Monday night to Tuesday morning, Rain chances from there on out will be mostly confined to the Rio Grande Valley. Now, forecast rain totals this morning through 6 a.m. Wednesday next week, the 11th of December, not too far away from Christmas. We're looking at an additional 1/10 to 1/4 inch of rain. Borderland, Guadalupe Mountains, Trans-Pecos, Permian Basin, Edwards Plateau, Rio Grande Plains, South Texas, the potential for 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rain. Big Country, Concho Valley, North Texas, Central Texas, Hill Country, Arklatex, East Texas, Northeast Texas, Southeast Texas, Coastal Bend, Coastal Plains, Victoria Crossroads, with maybe an additional 1 to 2 inches of rain, so some heavier rain amounts comparatively. Far Southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle, the Piney Woods of East Texas, Toledo Bend Reservoir in Louisiana, and perhaps in the lower Texas Gulf Coast, Rio Grande Valley area. Again, compared to what we could be seeing, not all that much. But you know what? Again, it's better than being 85 degrees or 90 with flash drought, or in this case, cured surface fuels since freeze, and wildfires. So, hey, at least it means we won't be burning, right? Right? This is not a challenge for someone to create some sort of a chemical fire, by the way. I'm looking at you, Houston. No. Did I mention no? Yeah. So, let's take a look at temperatures. Today, did I mention it's not going to be a particularly pleasant day for most of the state? Well, an exception being the Panhandle. It's in about 60 degrees, not bad. And if you're in the Rio Grande Valley, mid-70s this afternoon in Brownsville, McAllen, South Padre Island, low 60s in Corpus Christi. Not bad. Guess what? Everyone else, unless you're in Houston up to Bryan College Station, where maybe 55 to 56 this afternoon, it's going to be in the 40s to low 50s with clouds and, well, drizzle. Doesn't that sound nice? Guess what? It's not any better tomorrow. Now, notice temperatures are a bit warmer on the Texas Gulf Coast. That's a little warm front trying to lift in. We'll have to keep an eye on that just in case it does make it on shore. Otherwise, can you tell we're expecting a lot of rain tomorrow? At least rain chances. Because highs are only in the mid-40s. It is going to be yucky. That's the best term I can use here is yucky, ducky. And if I was smart, I'd put some sort of animated duck right here in the video. But I don't put that much effort, so don't worry, no animated ducks. So we're looking at highs, mid-upper 40s. Permian Basin, Concho Valley, Big Country, Hill Country, Central Texas, North Texas, Texoma, East Texas, yucky. But hey, Panhandle, highs, low 60s, not bad at all. 50s on the borderland, down to the Permian Basin, Edwards Plateau, Southeast Texas, and the Arklatex. Now, Sunday, notice that suddenly everything's all shiny and fancy. That's because we're going to clear out pretty quickly from west to east. Highs 60s to low 70s across most of the state, an exception being northeast Texas, highs in the 50s. Guess what? Ooh, some compressional heating on Monday ahead of another cold front, meaning southeastern two-thirds of Texas, high 60s, 70s, into the low 80s. And that'll be about as warm as it gets over the next 7 days because Crashy the cold front arrives Monday night. You can tell by the Panhandle because it's not going to get out of the 40s, and that may just be what temperatures are at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. Monday morning before falling through the day. Here's the high temperatures on Tuesday. Highs, 40s, 50s, northwestern half of the state. Southeastern half of the state, where we're still ahead of that cold front. Highs in the 60s, 70s, maybe even low 80s. But then as we get into Wednesday morning and Thursday morning, the possibility of a freeze down to Interstate 10. It's going to be pretty cold. Now, we're not talking ridiculously cold, but enough to where we could get a freeze and frost down to I-10, maybe even further south. So that'll be an eye. Keep an eye out for those of you with agricultural interests as we head into the middle half of next week. Beyond that, December 13th through 19th, actually looking warmer. The Climate Prediction Center indicating a pattern that would favor above average temperatures by December standards across a good portion of the continental United States, and with that, above average precipitation chances for us. Now, we're going to have to keep an eye on things because if we really are above average in the temperature department, that may mean we are a bit more unstable. And if we're unstable, we may have some stormies. We'll see. We've done storm coverage here in Texas in the weeks leading up to and after Christmas. Some of you may remember a certain day the day after Christmas 9 years ago. For the record, I'm not saying that's what we're going to be dealing with. No. But we do have storm issues occasionally in Texas in December, so we'll keep an eye on it. For today and tomorrow, that's not going to be an issue. It's going to be cold and yucky. Yucky ducky. But guess what? It is Friday, which means it's time to give a super duper shout out to our Spinny Doomers. Thank you for being Spinny Doomer members here on the Texas Weather Center. We really appreciate your support. Tomas Camacho. 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 Yeah, I spelled it right. Thank you for being a Spinny Doomer here on the Texas Weather Center. r/tornado chat. Thank you for being a Spinny Doomers here on the Texas Weather Center. Love, live, laugh. Thank you for being a Spinny Doomer. And Anthony R. Pelosi Jr., thank you for being a Spinny Doomer on the Texas Weather Center YouTube channel. I got through most of that without coughing. Ooh, shiny. You see this? We've got photography. We've got calendars for sale. This is the part where I put the calendar in the video and tag it. So if you're interested, you can click the little thingy that pops up and take a look and see if you want to pick up 1 or 10 of our calendars. We're selling them. We're shipping them. I've got them in a box over there. They're in protective wrapping at the moment. So that cough you just heard, yeah, don't worry. No coffee issues for you. Coffee does sound nice, though. But again, featuring photography from our storm chasers, our amazing photographers. This is how our photographers make some funds for the following year chasing. So, hey, if you want to support them, it's a great way to do it. You can get your local weather forecast, interactive weather radar, no matter where you are in the United States with the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. Just search for Texas Storm Chasers where you download apps for your device. And of course, we love having you here on the Texas Weather Center YouTube channel. We love your comments. We love your feedback. Critiquing, hey, go for it. Name calling, yeah, you can do that at your own risk, but I won't promise not to get the mallet out. But if you haven't hit that subscribe button, well, why the heck not? And 2, hey, it's free. Hit the subscribe button. It makes the algorithm happy. And when the algorithm is happy, meteorologist Jason Cooley, the content director, is happy. And when meteorologist Jason Cooley is happy, I'm happy. Plus, I just took NyQuil, so I'll probably be happy in about 30 minutes regardless. That's it for your Friday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. We will probably have a video out tomorrow morning, NyQuil schedule depending, since we'll have some rain. And we'll see what's going on this weekend. We'll do our best to keep content flowing because content on social media, that's kind of how we make money. So, hey, you know what? Yeah. Don't you love these Friday morning chats? I think it's about time I go take a little nap. It's time for y'all to enjoy your Friday, even if the weather's not going to be particularly good, but yucky. Y'all have a great Friday. Thanks for tuning in. We'll have another video for you tomorrow. Probably, maybe, hopefully. Until then, have a good one. God bless.